yeah, that was pretty epic.
Yeah, I like that.
I was about to start.
No one's gonna hear
Honestly.
that, but what just happened was epic.
I know how we were all just saying here, just like, so we're just gonna
Give
start
us a
like
great
this.
countdown.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hope everyone's doing good. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Bill.
Haha, and I'm Nick.
Oh.
And we all like to watch scary movies. We're also joined by our audio engineer, Skippy Midnight. He's quite the boy. He does many things. He does music, he does YouTube, and he does females. So we also
Oh man. And here we are.
And here we are.
I'm is just muted, just going like this right now. But yeah, we're gonna keep that in there. Skippy,
So what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about the Conjuring universe. You can tell we're all over the place because we don't want to talk about the Conjuring universe, but we have to.
Yeah.
It's one of our lost episodes.
Mhm.
Ow!
It is. It's one of the lost episodes. Someday someone's gonna find like the lost tape. It's gonna be like Davy
geez.
Jones's locker of podcast episodes.
Yes, I couldn't have said it any better myself.
Yes. They are going to have to cut out their heart just to see it. But once they do, it's immortalized.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Yep, that's it.
So the first time we did this, it just became us talking about different movies that we hated. That was really the main thing about it. But we used one word to describe every movie. Unfortunately, we lost all the footage, and I don't want to do that again because then it won't be genuine. So instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to say the name of the movie in the order that they came out in terms of like the timeline that they created within the universe. And I want you to compare a movie that you think about when you think that movie. So like the same tier of movie kind of. So like I'll go first. So The Nun is the first movie. So for me, with The Nun, I'm going to go with The Happening.
Oh.
I don't think it needs much explanation.
Yeah, that's not a very glowing review, I don't think. I would say The Mist. Has ever seen that?
With The Nun.
Mist. Wait, The Nun. Yeah, I did not like The Mist as much as
Wow.
other people.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Babadook. That might be some tea. That might be some hot topic right there.
That one I knew.
Wow, I was controversial.
Well, yeah.
Holy crap.
I like the Babadook. I did not like The Nun at all.
That's too silly. No, Babadook was too weird for me.
All right.
I can see that.
Yeah, like I could understand because there was a lot of hate that went with it too. So like, you know, I understand.
The Nun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
In terms of speaking on The Nun, it's just not good. Like, there's not much to say about it.
It's like a vampire movie, but it's not as good as those classics. I don't know. Yeah. It's like
it has the
in
makings
a
to be a good
castle,
movie, but it's just disappointing and doesn't do well with the set and like the time period that was given to it.
It's like a cool set, a cool thing. It's supposed to be the beginning. It's supposed to be like, oh, this is where all the, like, the origin of evil, and it's like, oh yeah,
that was supposed to be a bit of an origin. Oh, origin? Origin? That's what I just said. Origin. Origin for the
orgy. Nick.
Orgy. That's right. That's
like
next time. More. Thank you.
It's
just an orgy. Yeah.
Orgy. Oh Jesus!
And
imagine.
Crooked Man.
And God, Crooked Man is getting his own movie, which is sad.
Which
heard about that.
So if you were wondering where your tax-paying dollars are going towards, it's It's going towards the Crooked Man coming out in 2022 or whenever it's coming out.
2022.
Yeah,
Wish I had to wait.
2023.
that's
Gosh,
that's where our
I hope
taxes
so.
are going.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
that.
I'm finished with the Nun. We're gonna go to
I don't want to think about it anymore.
Let's
yeah.
go.
The next movie is Annabelle Creation. So Nick, why don't you start?
Oh,
No, I can't go. Somebody else go first.
All right, Bill, you
Bill,
start.
you go.
oh man. yeah, yeah. Actually, Ryan, why don't you start this one out? Gosh, Annabelle Creation. Well, I mean, as we talked about in the Lost thing, Annabelle Creation is lightly my favorite Conjuring movie. That sounds wrong to say. Ooh, like you get eat like a warheads.
Yeah,
Like
that
a warhead
hurt my
and
heart a little bit. when you said
intense
that.
sour, and it's like. Ew. Like roll off my tongue, and I get like bad aftertaste.
Mhm.
Anyway, gosh, a movie to compare to Annabelle Creation that I liked, The Woman in Black. There you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a fun one. Yeah.
All right, Nick, do you want me to go?
I think I actually got one.
Okay.
Yeah, for me,
Okay.
Annabelle Creation is Lights Out.
Really?
You stole the one that I was gonna say. I was gonna say Lights
way.
Out too.
You're joking.
Dead
No
serious.
You're joking.
Dead
You're
serious.
lying. No way.
Because I looked over at my movie shelf over there while I was thinking, and I literally made direct eye contact with Lights Out, and I was like, "Oh, that's a good one." But if I need to think of another one, so that there is some, yeah, I'm gonna go with Final Destination 5.
Right.
That's your favorite Final Destination, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
I
Like,
hope
it's not the
so.
best movie, but like, it's
The
all right.
Final Destination.
I do like Final Destination 5, and I did like Annabelle Creation. I think it's the best Annabelle film. Like, I felt like
Yeah.
if jumping a little bit ahead with Annabelle, I would say Annabelle's like Final Destination like 2 or 3. Just like
Not very
yeah,
good.
not very
Yeah.
good. Like weird came after like Final Destination, which was okay, but I feel like 5 was like a weird breath of fresh air and the best one out of the series. And it was like not the first one or the second one. So like that's kind of why I went Final Destination 5 when comparing Annabelle Creation.
Yeah. Uncanny Valley really works. Really works for me. Like whenever, like I don't like dolls. I have to this day a huge fear of mannequins. I'm very uncomfortable to be at malls. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. Like you'll see me like walk past a mannequin, and I like tense up a little bit. Like I'm like I get like fight or flight. Just, I don't know. If it starts moving, I'm gonna like scream. Obviously, hopefully that doesn't happen. There's been some good. I don't know like of a movie where that's specifically the case. I don't seek out mannequin movies, but I would say that Annabelle Creation could have been a lot worse. I would say that the original Annabelle does not make Annabelle threatening enough, and Annabelle Creation is almost like it's like she got like depowered with age,
Yeah,
like or something. Like she was strong. She was strong back in the 50s, right? 1950s is when that's supposed to take place, somewhere around there. Like she was strong.
yeah,
She was like
she had hands.
yeah, she was like you know she's like you're pissing me off, you know, like some like the darkness, like I don't know, it's crazy. Yeah, she got so unpowerful all of a sudden.
So now we have our next one in the series, which before we do that, Annabelle Creation, you know, we all thought was okay, probably one of the better ones in the universe, which in a way doesn't say much, but you know, isn't the top 3. But all right, now we're on to 3, which is Annabelle, and like I already said, I compared it to Final Destination 2 or 3. Probably 2. No, probably 3. Probably 3 because I enjoyed 2 more than 3.
What's 2 is the car crash. What's 3?
Yeah, 3 is the roller coaster.
Oh yeah, definitely the roller coaster. Yeah, car crash is better.
Yeah, car crash is better.
Car crash alone for the realistic. The logistics of that car crash is much more realistic than that roller coaster.
Also, it's just a better movie than 3. 3, they tried to throw in too many plot points, but all right, we're going off topic now. We're staying on the Conjuring universe before we fall.
Yeah.
Now, Nick, it's your turn, and you better not say. Go to Bill first.
Okay. Annabelle. I'm just looking at my ranked list here.
This is tough.
The Right. The Right. It's a Exorcist movie with what's his name? The guy from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter.
Anthony Hopkins.
Right. Right.
Another Exorcist movie, not his greatest performance, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very similar in quality.
I mean, I'd probably watch The Right before I watch Annabelle again, but I agree that I would compare them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is so tough. This is so tough. I would say that Annabelle is equivalent, a qualitative equivalency for me to The Ring 2, to The Ring Part 2, which is not good.
And this is
do not like The Ring.
Or is it just Rings? Is it
No,
Ring?
The Ring Part 2.
It's Ring Part 2.
Okay.
Bro, that
movie 2005.
is, oh my god, I hated watching that movie. The
Sucks.
scene
It's
with
terrible.
all of the CGI deer when they're in the car is literally a monstrosity to the eyes. Like,
almost unwatchable. Yeah.
It really is almost unwatchable, which is crazy.
I don't know. Maybe I'm giving too little credit to Annabelle. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with it. It was bad. I do not seek out Annabelle.
Yeah. Annabelle's not a good movie. You don't need to watch Annabelle to watch Annabelle Creation. Like, you could watch Annabelle Creation and not need to watch it. So like that's a pro to Annabelle Creation. But all right. Our next movie is The Conjuring, which I already said mine before to Nick, so that's why I'm gonna say it before you guys try to steal it. I said that I'd compare it to The Descent.
Shit!
Yeah.
Sorry, I was literally gonna say that. I literally had that in my head. I don't know why.
That's weird. That was like the first thing. Like, when I said it, I was like, "Oh, The Descent."
I was like, "Yeah, it's The Descent." I gotta think of another one. I'm thinking like an A24 film. It was good.
Pet Sematary for me. Sorry, I might have just I totally just stole your thunder, Bill.
No, you're fine. But
wait,
Pet
which one?
Sematary? Which one?
Which one?
The original. The better one? Which one did I watch? Which one am I thinking of?
What? I mean,
yeah, one was from the 70s, one or 80s, one was
70s.
From 80s, right? Wait, what was
it's either really late 80s, early 90s,
early
and
90s,
then
okay,
2019.
Maybe.
Yeah,
okay.
not the 2019 one.
Okay, so I guess you watched the late 80s one. That one was not very good.
I very much so disagree with that choice.
Really?
The Conjuring is a very good movie. Pet Sematary is not a good movie.
Yeah, are you saying you dislike The Conjuring or Pet Sematary?
I think The Conjuring is a feel good movie. I think Pet Sematary feel good. I can't say it's a feel good movie. Let me think about this for a second.
Okay.
Heartbreak a little bit. You said Pet Sematary. I was like, what?
I was like, damn.
Because then, does that mean you would compare Pet Sematary to The Descent?
Well, The Descent's better to me. Is that okay?
I had to make sure.
Okay. But the thing is, so that's what I should be thinking. Like,
greater than less than.
I don't know.
If you like Pet Sematary.
Yeah,
Bill, you go. Why don't you go, Bill?
I have a really good feel book of Pet Sematary that I really like, but
I enjoy Pet Sematary, but I don't know. Go, Bill.
Very early in A24's production thing. And I mean, now they're like pretty famous for like arty, atmospheric, really like horror thriller, not straight horror. That's not really what they do.
Mhm.
They made this movie. I'm not the biggest fan of Scarlett Johansson. I'll go on the record saying I think that she's generally pretty good. I actually loved her in that one movie with Bill Murray, Lost in Translation. That is such a good film. If you guys haven't seen that, that movie has no right being as good as it is. It's like Bill Murray being serious and like young, sort of inexperienced Scarlett Johansson, directed by Sofia Coppola. Like it shouldn't be good, and it's very good. Yeah, Lost in Translation, excellent film. But anyway, so where was I going? Oh, they made a movie in 2013 with Scarlett Johansson called Under the Skin, where she plays. Oh, do you guys know this film? You guys know this film?
The film. I do know it.
Where she plays basically this alien entity that is like luring men and all this stuff, and it's a very very atmospherically scary movie. There's this whole like. I could like talk about the specifics of it. We should probably talk about The Conjuring, not about Under the Skin. Even though Under the Skin is a very worthy movie in its own right. So wait, you've seen it, Ryan?
I have seen it. It's weird because I think The Conjuring is better than Under the Skin.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not a bad movie. Yeah, and like I guess I would say they're decently close in overall thing. I don't know. There's like that one sequence at the end of Under the Skin. I really won't spoil it too much, but just it's like, oh my gosh, crazy with the lumberjack and everything. If you guys, anybody that's seen Under the Skin knows exactly what I'm talking about. But anyone that hasn't, oh my gosh, it's so. I don't know. I definitely thought about it for quite a few days after. I love when films do that, but yeah, that's my comparison.
It's weird because I feel like out of all of us, I've rated The Conjuring probably the highest. I
like The Conjuring.
Yeah,
because like I try to think what's an above average movie that I really like, and the first thing that came to mind was The Descent. I would rather watch The Descent than The Conjuring. I love The Descent, but I think they're very, very close to each other.
That's a tough question. Would I rather watch The Conjuring or The Descent?
I got it.
Depends on mood I'm in. What's up?
Yeah, because they're two completely different movies, but yeah.
Completely, yeah. All right, what's your thing?
I'm gonna say Insidious. You guys, I don't know if you guys.
That's a good comparison.
It's a similar movie, and I think that's why. I think you're right, Ryan. You rate it higher than Bill and I. You rate The Conjuring higher than Bill and I do, because I think The Conjuring is nothing original. It just takes all of the stereotypical and make it good again. And so nothing is surprising, but everything just works. I mean, to me, like I was thinking when we were in the beginning of this, and I was thinking what I would say for The Conjuring, the original Ghost Hunters TV show came to my mind. When ghost hunting was Tabs.
And
their Roto-Rooter Man. Oh yeah,
it's so good. Grant, Grant Jason.
Yes.
Oh, that takes me back. Wow, that really.
Because in a similar way, like that was when ghost hunting was good and just genuine, and it was cheap, but cheap, but like authentic because of cheap, because of the small budget that they had. That's what I feel like. The Conjuring is just an authentic ghost story experience.
Yeah. I think it does stuff well. Like it does stuff that we already know very well, so that it makes it better. And that's kind of went with The Descent because we know those types of slashers and stuff like that. But like, although it does add its little tiny twist, like The Conjuring does, that we don't know ahead of time, it just does everything so well once our monsters are revealed in The Descent.
Yeah. And I agree. And I think it's better than Insidious, but Insidious is still that, it doesn't do anything new.
I agree.
Yeah, very economical stories in terms of like you're getting what you're here to see. Like it's gonna be good old ghosts, and I don't know. There's something very timeless about The Conjuring. I think in the fact that there's everything's so normal. It's like an old house, and people move into it, and something tragic happened in the past. I think any piece of land, that has ever come into any kind of conflict with that. You guys ever hear the thing? This is like a bit of an aside, but that they're thinking of enacting laws where you have to announce if you think that there's paranormal activity at the house you're trying to sell.
Really?
You guys ever hear about this? Oh. Like if you think that there's like bad, like if something bad happened at the house in the past, and you think that it's causing something to be like, I mean, like of course, like how can you really prove that like stuff? But like I mean, obviously, if you live in a house where there was like a murder spree or something, like and like or something really bad happened to the house, like there's a good chance that is where paranormal activity would be if you believe in that. I don't know. I think it's just interesting to think about it in that kind of context. Like, they certainly got screwed. They certainly got screwed in that situation.
Damn.
All right, moving right along. And I keep on saying moving along, and then before we do that, I do want to say my favorite movie in the Conjuring universe is The Conjuring. I do think it's the best movie.
Yeah, I agree.
It was the best one.
I agree.
But all right, we're moving.
Well, you like the.
Oh, you guys are awesome. Wow. I like Conjuring. Oh, so I'm so mad.
Debatably the worst movie of the series. Annabelle Comes Home.
So bad. It's so bad. You won't hear any complaints from me. It's so bad.
Right. Let's hear it. I started the last two, so we'll start with you, Bill. What terrible movie you're gonna compare to? Same tier.
I'm gonna go with. Oh boy, this is tough. So gosh, because Annabelle Comes Home was such a bad movie. I would say I'm trying to like think about like if I've been disappointed with movies or something like that. I was not really like I didn't come in with huge expectations for it. I would compare it to the new Thing, the Thing remake.
Oh, the prequel.
Technically, the prequel.
It was a prequel.
Okay.
Which is.
When you said the Thing remake, automatically my mind went to 1982. I was like,
no. The John Carpenter's The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, or like whatever sci-fi monster. No, the
2011
whatever 2011. I thought it was 2010. 2011 prequel, The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible, and I really wanted it to be good. So that's sad. But.
I think a little harsh, but I respect it.
Really? You think it's wait? So you like the remake? You like the prequel?
No. Like I think it's a little bit harsh to The Thing because I don't think that the remake was really bad. Where because Annabelle Comes Home is just not a good movie. I don't think the 2011 Thing is not a bad it's just not the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
It's on that line of not the best to okay, this isn't good.
Mm-hmm.
So I respect it. I get what you mean coming from a really big fan of the 1982 Thing, The Thing. So I respect it. I get that. But, all right, what about you?
Scream 3.
That's a very good comparison.
Yeah, I feel like because it's in the universe and it's trying to fit in the universe, and it didn't need to be in the universe.
Scream 3 is really bad.
Yeah, It is amazing Scream 4 was good. It really was. Because after 3, it was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Where is this going?
Oh, yes. Scream 3. Ew. What better word than just ew?
Ew. Yeah.
For me, Annabelle Comes Home. The Bye-Bye Man is what comes to mind.
Ooh, the bottom.
Oh, so
the bottom of the barrel.
It's so bad, and it's the fact that it was just made to be like a money grab, and like the Bye-Bye Man. Oh, actually, I might change it to the remake of The Grudge, like the 2020 Grudge that just came out.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Because
there's a 20.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they came out with one. It's Blumhouse.
Oh.
Oh,
During the
okay.
pandemic?
Yeah. No, it was like January when they came out.
Hmm.
Yeah, both just cash grabs. Both not good movies.
Yikes.
And like The Grudge is good.
Yeah.
Annabelle Creation is good. There didn't need to be a remake of The Grudge, and if you did, make it better. And it just wasn't better. Didn't add anything. Was very, very just so horribly boring.
Is The Grudge good?
Yeah.
What?
The original Grudge?
I mean, The Grudge is better. The Grudge is way better than the remake.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, like,
yeah.
I like The Grudge.
It's creepy.
It's okay.
It's
Yeah.
not the best movie.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why
Yeah.
The Grudge with Annabelle Creation is a good comparison.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because to me, like, the Grudge suffers from revealing the monster too much.
I agree.
Yeah. Whereas, yeah.
All right, moving right along. We only have 2 left, so
all right.
We're almost done with talking about the Conjuring universe. We've almost made through, and we're up to 6, which is The Curse of La Llorona.
Oh God, I hate this one. I don't like The Curse of La Llorona.
La Llorona?
La Llorona. Oh no, La Llorona. I'm sorry.
Yolena.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Wait. Sorry. One more time for me. One more time for me.
La Llorona.
I wish they would have pronounced it like that in the movie.
That's true, because it's whitewashed and appropriated.
Yeah, terrible. Yeah.
I've been trying to think of a movie to compare it to that also appropriates from culture.
I know. I'm trying to think too. Well, I just know that this movie is, it feels the least connected to the Conjuring universe. Like, it feels like it's sort of like, it's just the father, right? And the father, I mean, like, religious father, where he is somehow connected to, at large. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I just remember being very unimpressed, especially because I remember liking most things before that, except Annabelle. I gotta think about a good comparison movie. Jesus,
I think I've gotten one.
Okay.
Really?
I'm going to go with The Forest as my comparison.
Oh, the one about the suicide forest?
Yes. Also whitewashed.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah.
And also not a good movie. Deals with very serious topics and does not do them the best.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with The Forest. I don't think it needs much more explanation than that.
Right. This is an interesting one.
I think. Oh man. My thing is that I never got super scared during this movie. I don't know how to correctly compare that. What is a movie that's only a little scary? All right, Paranorman. Try that one on for size, boys. Pack it up.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
That was not the movie I expected, but the movie I needed. Wait, why is that so accurate though?
I don't know. And for some reason, it's pervading my mind right now, so I'm gonna
Because
stick
they're
with
just
it.
both really bad.
They're not funny. Or they're not good. They're not good. They're not like well done, really. Sorry to shit so much on Paranorman.
Yeah, we have a huge Paranorman fan just watching who's just like,
yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, we just have a dude named Norman who absolutely loves Paranorman.
Is Frankenweenie a good movie? Oh, we'll save that for later.
I was gonna say Frankenweenie too. So bad. It has some. Its soundtrack is actually very good, but
really,
yeah, I actually have a few Frankenweenie songs downloaded on my phone.
Wow, I'm impressed. Because everyone can agree that Coraline is good. Like Coraline is like a good like horror animated movie. That's not too like horror doesn't translate very well to animation. I found. Like, I'm trying to think of a legit.
I actually,
yeah.
I would say the I Am Legend movies. They provided comics that went really well.
Mm.
So I mean, this is kind of obscure, but I Am Legend, when you bought it on DVD, it came with special features, and the special features were animated short films or comics.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a series of like 6 of them, and they were all they were all like runners up in short film award ceremonies, and they were all like horror, and they just get progressively creepier as you watch them all.
Mm.
It was the only time that I've realized that I was ever like really creeped out by something animated.
I honestly thought that you were about to compare The Curse of La Llorona to I Am Legend.
No.
And I got very, very scared.
I Am Legend is pretty good.
No, yeah, I Am Legend is great.
Yeah.
I would okay, I'm stuck on
stuff.
Yeah. I think
it took me a little bit to think. I had to do a quick Google search, and then I just saw The Forest, and I was like, oh, like it unlocked a part of my brain where I was like, oh, I remember watching that.
Yeah. Man, I actually want to say like one of the Freddy Kruegers. What's the one that he's in space?
Which one's Freddy Krueger?
Jason X.
Freddy Krueger. No, not Freddy Krueger.
Jason's in space. Jason Voorhees.
Oh my god, yes. Jason. Oh,
yeah.
What a film.
The curse of La
It's gonna be
La Llorona.
Jason X in space on ice.
Okay. I feel like oh gosh. I feel like my brain is creating all these new synaptic connections between movies. This is so good.
Good.
Oh, Jason X. Yeah. The thing though is like I'd probably rather watch Jason X than The Curse of La Llorona.
True. Jason Takes New York.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn it, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay. We're up to our last movie.
Oh, thank God.
I know. Conjuring 2.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. Actually,
I'm gonna need you guys to go first. I need to think.
I kind of like Conjuring too. Like, I think it's probably my second favorite one.
Yeah, but is it good? Well, like it's good, but like how like compared to the other movies, you know, what tier between Annabelle Creation 2, The Conjuring 2 is there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would say over my head.
Yeah.
In my brain, maybe you guys would disagree with this, but you guys will definitely disagree with this, but I have Annabelle Creation, but sometimes that flips with Conjuring 1.
Mm.
And then there's down here Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2, and sometimes those flip back and forth. But Annabelle Creation never goes lower than 2, and Conjuring 2 never goes higher than 2, if that makes sense. But I would say that the best comparison I can give for Conjuring 2 is probably... It's so hard. I'm going to say the 1973 Wicker Man. I would give it that, because I thought that was a pretty good movie, and I think that it's pretty good. Conjuring 2, definitely not the recent, definitely not the Nicolas Cage Wicker Man. I cannot make that abundantly clear. People really do like the 1973 Wicker Man, though. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it's like people sing praises to it though.
I don't sing praises to it, but I feel like I remember I actually gave the 1973 Wicker Man, I'm pretty sure a 10. It's one of the few I gave a 10. I think
you do sing praises to it.
Yeah.
Well, it like so like I feel like I'm very lenient with my 10 because a movie can have flaws, but it could still be a 10. You know, I'm not like, oh, no movie.
Can it?
Like this movie is perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No movie is perfect. There's never been a movie that is absolutely perfect. You could think of a flaw in any movie. So, but with The Wicker Man, it's so effective with what it was trying to portray. But I think personally for me, like that the fight between Catholicism and paganism was very creepy to me because I am Catholic. I was raised Catholic. So like for me, it was a lot more effective watching my main character who's Catholic watch all this and be like, oh my God, like what is happening right now? And like, I'm not super religious. Like I'm not like super Catholic boy over here, but like growing up with it and like watching the character go through stuff like this as he's grown up with it, it was a lot freakier to me. So like, I think definitely because I was raised that way, it was a lot creepier. And like thinking back at that time when that movie released, how England was full on like Catholic, and like how United States, a lot of people were Catholic still. And like watching that movie, how terrifying that must have been and how impactful it was. So like that was a lot of the reason why I gave it a 10. But I do like the comparison between The Conjuring 2 and the original Wicker Man. I do get that comparison. I just rate it higher than people, but I don't sing praises being like, oh, this is the greatest horror movie or this is one of the greatest. It's not one of the greatest, but it's very iconic. It has one of the most iconic scenes in the film.
I think your whole religion thing also is why movies like Rosemary's Baby were more effective back in the day.
Yeah, because it was so sacrilegious.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the devil having sex with a woman. Oh my gosh, like it was blending purity with the highest evil. And it just
people walked out of The Wicker Man because they're like, oh, I can't watch this, like because of what they were portraying. And I think really effective horror movies besides Rosemary's Baby, because that is just boring for most of it. It can draw that line between this is so like done accurately that I need to leave. Like I can't watch this. So yeah, I would say The Wicker Man, the original, is a lot better than Conjuring 2, but I very much so understand that that comparison. What about you, Nick?
Yeah.
I think The Ring.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so The Conjuring 2, the both are good. But The Conjuring 2 isn't, to me, isn't as good as The Conjuring 1. Perhaps I think The Ring is still better than Conjuring 2. I will say, because of the ending. But perhaps they both suffer a little bit from showing too much of the monster. Not as much as The Grudge. That just kind of show you and then over and over and over and over again, and they just kind of play with sound.
Yes.
And The Ring is still like wins unique points. But as far as total quality of movie, Ring is definitely scarier. But total quality of movie and acting, I think it's the same tier.
So you don't think Naomi Watts acted better than better than anyone in The Conjuring 2?
Well, no, I think Naomi Watts would be parallel with
Patrick Wilson.
The Patrick Wilson, the wife, right?
What's her name? Vera
duo.
Farmiga? Is that her?
Yeah, I mean, their acting performances, they kind of feed off each other a lot throughout Conjuring 1 and 2, which is nice. I think it parallels their chemistry. Naomi Watts with their chemistry.
So I'm interested. Would you say that you think that the first Conjuring, is better than The Ring?
Yeah.
Heavy. I think they're on par. About.
Let me see what I originally. Let's see what I originally ranked higher, because I'm actually not sure.
Because I'm interested. Like I really like The Ring. I think it's better than The Conjuring 2. But then when I said do you think it's better than The Conjuring, then I started thinking do I think The Ring is that much better than The Conjuring, or are they just basically tied? I think they're kind of tied, honestly.
They're in the same section from me. Conjuring's a few notches higher. But
okay.
It's like a handful of it's like 3 or 4 notches higher, but it's still in the same tier. Yeah. It's because I think The Conjuring does it successfully, and they, it's The Conjuring is a bit genuine, and The Ring is unique.
Yeah.
But The Conjuring has a much more developed story right away, and the plot is fuller, whereas The Ring is one track. At least the movie is one track, and then the sequels around The Ring kind of build around it. Whereas The Conjuring, it's full, it's direct, and then it leaves room for The Conjuring too.
Yeah.
Whereas The Ring, the sequel around The Ring, the movies around The Ring is just
sequel so bad. No need for it. It even when you're watching The Ring ends a good way where it's okay, that's it. I feel like The Ring 2, you start off and you're wait, what? But why? What happened that the story's starting again? And even the movie itself kind of struggles to explain how.
Yeah. No, we never get an answer if you're looking for one. We never really get one.
But all right, my comparison between The Conjuring 2. I've been thinking, and honestly, I think it's comparable to Halloween 2. So not the weird remake that came out in 2018, but the
Mhm.
original Halloween 2. And I think it's for the fact that the first movie is pretty good. It does leave room for the sequel, but the sequel isn't as good as the original, but they're both effective and have good parts to them. So that's kind of how I came up with Halloween 2.
Yeah, it's very similar to that. Because it's hard to compare a sequel. You know, we're trying to compare sequels, and that is probably more streamlined because you have to look at what the Conjuring 2 does for Conjuring 1. And so what Halloween 2 does for Halloween 1, and definitely progresses the story into Halloween 3, which is, I mean, I like Halloween 3 as well. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm not that big of a fan of Halloween 3.
I mean, I can't say it's
a mix.
Great. Obviously, the first one is better.
Yeah,
way better.
I respect it for trying to be original, but I just don't think it's a good movie.
Okay. So, but anyway, Halloween 2, you know, it does answer Halloween 1.
It's probably one of the better sequels to a major franchise. Because Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is not that good. And Friday the 13th 2. I mean, Friday the 13th 1 wasn't good, so you came out with a sequel that was even worse somehow.
I have so much to talk about. I hope one day we do a retrospective on the Friday the 13th series in general. I think that Dream Warriors is probably, man, you guys might totally disagree with me. Yeah, have you guys seen Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors?
No.
I've seen
it was
all
the
of them.
third one.
Yeah.
It was the third one, Dream Warriors, right? Or was it the fourth one? Anyway, whichever one Dream Warriors was, I think that was the best Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I think it was better than the first one. Yeah. Yep. So I think the second one was terrible.
So on that note, we've hit the 40 minutes.
We can talk about this. We can totally talk about
On that note, it will only be 2 people next podcast.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's locking me out, guys.
Wait, so hold on. I need to, before you...
Let me just make sure I'm not like
on
totally
the air.
messy.
You were on the air stating that you think that Dream Warriors is better than the original, as well as saying it's better than Wes Craven's A New Nightmare.
Yeah, well, New Nightmare is really good.
Okay, New Nightmare is probably better, but it's hard to think about because New Nightmare was made so far after. Because Dream Warriors is from 1987. When's New Nightmare from? Like 2000? Something like that?
No, New Nightmare is 94, I think.
Really? So it wasn't really that. Man. Well, it depends on what you like in Freddy Krueger. Here's my thing, and this is like my big, like, I don't know, like how far you guys want to get into this. My big thing is that Freddy Krueger, for me, in some ways, struggles as a serious antagonist in the series, just because of how comedic he is at times, and he's pretty scary in the original, and he's really scary in New Nightmare. That's definitely when he's at his most, like, you know, because I don't know, like, there's like this whole like legal litigation thing where like Wes Craven always wanted him to be that scary, but then they were afraid that with like certain things that people wouldn't see the movie because it was just, you know, I mean, the idea of somebody invading your dreams is scary enough. And so I think when, you know, when Freddy Krueger is like, it's funny Freddy Krueger, which he is in the first one, not too intimidating at times. You know, he definitely kills people, definitely like, you know, like does stuff. Oh, you know, like it's like there's a lot of problems with the original movie.
Freddy Krueger kills people. Yeah, he's not like Jigsaw, who's not a murderer.
Well, here's my thing with Freddy Krueger. If Freddy Krueger is so powerful, why does he make his in the original movie, this is a big thing for you guys. Freddy Krueger makes the kills seem plausible. And the number one thing with that is when he makes the guy in jail hang himself.
Mm-hmm.
But how are they ever going to catch him? Like, do you think adults believe that he, like, exists in dreams? And that he can, like, use power? That was one of my biggest problems with the original thing. It's like, why do you need to have plausibility anymore? Like, just, I don't know. Like,
I think it was.
You think they're gonna catch you?
I think it was a sense of realism within a movie that is unrealistic.
Yeah, it was the movie. It was the movie. It wasn't like his logic. It's like, yes, like we have to, like, you know, it made the movie more interesting in that thing. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're going for funny Freddy, and you're going for, which Freddy was pretty funny up until New Nightmare. I like Dream Warriors as a movie. I'd rather see Dream Warriors than the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh gosh, that was a lot.
Well, at some point we are 100% gonna
gotta talk about it
through that series, because I'm gonna have to rewatch it again.
Yeah. I think you'll be surprised with how much you enjoy that movie.
I did enjoy Dream Warriors. I do enjoy it. I do think it's good. It's one of the better within the franchise. I just can't put it above, A Nightmare on Elm Street and Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. Like when I got to rewatch Nightmare on Elm Street for the podcast when we talked about it, it just unlocked so many memories, and just there's so many good moments within that movie. And like, when you think about Dream Warriors, I can't think of as many moments where, like, I'm just reminded of,
I don't know,
like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have those iconic moments that New Nightmare and the original has.
I like picking apart the original Nightmare on Elm Street because I think everybody loves it, and I think I think if you look at it too hard, the logic starts to break down. Well, and I guess if you guys want to preserve your enjoyment of that movie, definitely don't look too far into it. Like, why does Freddy Krueger write his name on the inside of his own hat? And why is I guess, but like, I guess, if you're gonna lose your hat, like, everybody would either know, like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense for me that it's like it's plot convenience. It's plot convenience. It's like, oh, this is Freddy Krueger's hat. And then, like, why is she being checked into this dream facility, and she's afraid that she's going to get killed in the dreams, and they're like, just shut up, go into the side of the dream. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And like, the parents don't give a shit. Like, which parents never give a shit. Never give a shit in 80s horror movies, so that's like fine. But like, I don't know. I like, because when we rewatched it, I enjoyed it and I thought it was really fun, but I came at it with a more critical eye, and I was like, ooh, I shouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll help you out with the critical eye. There's a fragility to a lot of horror movies if you sit and think about the logic within it. And if the best horror movies are the ones that don't go against logic, then I feel like there's a lot of underrated horror movies out there that tend to be that are looked at as more real. You know what I mean? So I'd be like house invasion movies would be at the top of top quality lists if only logic dictated what their rating were.
Rape revenge films.
Rape revenge.
I like logic. I like logic to be self-contained within the movie. Like, set parameters and stick to that logic. I don't know. Like, it's like, well, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, why does Jason appear exactly where he needs to be?
Yeah.
Like, why do we get a shot of somebody running away and then Jason's suddenly just there? Like, and one of those things, I guess that's where kind of Freddy gets the benefit of the doubt. I guess we're talking about the original, the three big guys again. I guess Freddy gets to slip in and out of dreams, and so he kind of gets a pass on most things. I guess that's why I was trying to like be like, oh, like is there any time when like things don't really make any sense? And I'm like, it's like no, it holds up. I think I like Dream Warriors better because it's like we're going to use the logic of the movie and we're going to take the fight to Freddy. I also really like that concept as well.
That's an interesting concept.
Like it's like we're going to team up to do the thing. I found that they have done that with Michael Myers and it's been mixed. It's been all right. Like and with Jason always wins. I don't know.
With Michael Myers, it's so like with the sense of realism, I think the first Halloween does that, a lot of it.
Yes.
It's never Michael is like, oh, he just somehow randomly got in front of you. With the first one, it's like, damn, Michael really ate all of those shots that like he literally got shot a bunch of times, he got stabbed in the eye. Bro, he ate it. I was like, yo, this guy's a tank. Yeah. But like in the movie,
super strong.
He's also a really big dude, so it kind of makes sense that he's like a little tank. But
is Michael Myers supernatural?
They try to make Michael
Jason's
Myers supernatural. It's then they're like, oh, he's actually done. He was made by witches, and it was like, what?
Right.
How did we get here?
Did we get here? Yeah, you're right.
Like
I don't know.
They did him dirty. They did Michael dirty.
Mm-hmm.
What's it?
It's a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of series that just fall apart like that, and I feel like the Conjuring series, the Conjuring movies are the only ones keeping that series together.
Mm-hmm. So then I have one final question before we wrap everything up.
Sure.
So the next movie set to come out, the next big movie set to come out within the Conjuring universe, I think is The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Mm-hmm. Now, what I want us to do is to come up with the movie that we think it's going to be comparable to. So how do you think it's going to be, and use the movie to...
I'm so tired. I'm so... Conjuring 3.
I think I got one.
Okay.
So let's hear it, Nick. Let's hear it.
I think... I mean, it's tough because it could, if it's good, it could go one way. If it's bad, it could go the other.
Mm-hmm.
I think Paranormal Activity 4.
Ooh.
Now, okay. Ryan, have you not? I don't think have you seen the fourth one?
No. But...
Bill, have you?
I have. Well, I've seen all, like pretty much all of them. Can you remind me
which one is
which one the fourth one is?
The fourth one is with the young teenage girl, and it's
is that the one with the grandma and like
no, that's the third one.
That's the third one. Okay.
Fourth one is where her big brother turns out to be the son from the second movie.
Oh, I watched the kill count on it. I didn't watch the movie, but I watched the kill count on it.
Yeah, and my thing is, it could have been what the series needed, and it turned out to be the beginning of the end of the series, where Paranormal Activity 1, 2, and 3 were pretty, I mean, they were grouped. But 4 either could have summed it up, ended it, or continue on a worse path. And I feel like that's what the Conjuring 3 is going to do.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good one. I think for me, I automatically thought of Insidious 2. For me. Because when Insidious came out, people loved it. There were great parts too. Insidious, of course, it's not the best movie, but there are very good sequences, very good parts to it. So there was a lot of hype surrounding Insidious 2 coming out, and it just didn't reach those expectations. And I think after seeing The Conjuring 1 to The Conjuring 2, although The Conjuring 2 is considered one of the better movies, there was a drop off between them, and I think between Conjuring 2 and Conjuring 3, there's going to be an even bigger drop off between them. So I think it would be comparable to Insidious 2, which was just very disappointing. Although, even in that series, it's still one of the better Insidiouses.
I really couldn't agree more. No scenario plays out in my head where like Conjuring 3 is going to be any better than 1 or 2, and that it's going to be any more than like middling, high middle, of the Conjuring universe. So I would say that I would compare it to Paranormal Activity 2, because I think that while Paranormal Activity 2 I thought was really good when I first if you watch the Paranormal Activities back to back, you'll find that they like to tread a lot of the same ground.
Yeah. Same setup.
And same setup, same kind of thing. And it's not a bad setup. But I remember Paranormal Activity 2. Like, I'd give like that movie like right now. Like, if you're like right now, I'd give it like about a 6 out of 10. And I don't see The Conjuring 3 being better than a 6 out of 10. I hope I'm proved wrong. I really hope I'm proved wrong. They've had a lot of time to work on this movie, so
yeah,
hopefully it plays out. Hopefully COVID didn't derail too much.
But also, like, looking at everything going into it, it's like, oh, this isn't setting up to be a good movie. Because I forget, it's either being directed by the person who directed The Nun or The Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah.
All right, well, I won't be pre-ordering tickets. I'll wait for the critics' consensus. Oh, brother. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of the movies I'm looking forward to next year. The one that I was looking forward to the most this year that got canceled is moving to next year, and I would really love to do a podcast on it, is the Candyman.
Which one?
The new one that'll be coming out.
The new Candyman. Yeah, sure.
So I think
would be a
good podcast episode. Discuss both the old one and the new one.
Imagine going to a theater and watching a movie and just being able to do that again.
Oh man,
I know.
Oh fuck, that sounds so nice.
AMC Stubs.
Oh,
I'm an AMC Stubs Premier member happily. So for the last 5 or 6 years, and
they gave money back, right? My friends is also the Stubs member.
Yeah, they
right?
gave money back, and they're also they have pretty much given me. They have like charged me all year for it. And recently, as of right today, they sent me an email offering $5 for 12 more months. So I'm paying like pennies per month for AMC Stubs once movie theaters get open back up, which means like I won't pay, it's typical like online fees. I've still got my birthday reward on there, because other than this year, the last 4 years beforehand, I have seen a movie either for my birthday or sometime near or after my birthday, because I get free popcorn and a free drink on my birthday. So it's like,
Bro, the Candyman was set to come out like the weekend before my birthday, and I was like, yes, and that got canceled. I was like, no.
Oh no.
By the way, folks, if you're interested in purchasing an AMC Stubs membership or interested in seeing the Candyman,
AMC and the Candyman, please
link in bio. No, not really.
No.
AMC, please sponsor us.
Yeah.
Please give us money from your bankruptcy that you applied for, most likely within the next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do video at the college, and I remember if you were like if you like supported, like if we were just like that, like it was like, yeah, I can't go wait to see the movie with my AMC like stubs, like and, like it was like this whole like thing. Apparently that's like a federal crime, like an FCC thing. It's like unwarranted like thing, because like there's some like airtime laws and stuff like that. But it's like the same thing, like you can't like call calls to action. But I don't know. It's so funny to think like I don't know, like what you can and can't say on the air. Of course that's terrestrial radio, not online radio.
Yeah,
I don't know, just something to think about.
Could you imagine we got sued by AMC because
they were
kept on saying them? They were like, I don't like the comment Ryan made about us filing for bankruptcy. We're gonna sue the Three Strangers podcast.
It's a fact. It's a fact that movie theaters everywhere have been suffering, and our hearts go out to them because we miss movies.
Yeah. So
my
once
lawyers will be
everything
in
is
contact
over,
with you.
so once this whole pandemic is over, support local.
Support movie theaters.
Your local movie theaters if you can. If you have an AMC, support them. Just Regal.
She's great. Regal's great. Yeah.
Just support them so we could have some movies back in movie theaters, because I don't want to have to get HBO Max to watch movies. Like I don't want to get HBO Max to watch Wonder Woman 1984, but probably gonna have to do that.
Yep.
What are you watching? Why are you watching Wonder Woman 1984?
Bro,
it's like you're totally within your rights. But
all I'm saying is Wonder Woman is probably one of the better DC movies that they came out with in the DC universe.
Oh shit. Yes. Wonder Woman.
Wait, you think I was talking
about 1984. Not Wonder Woman in parentheses.
I think this is
I think my brain just like fine. I was like, yeah, of course you'd want to see the new Wonder Woman movie.
This is definitely our time where
we gotta check out. We gotta check
You're checking out. Do we? Final thoughts. I'm just gonna say is the Conjuring universe isn't the best. They're cash grab movies. With a few good ones in there. The Conjuring is good, but really, if you don't want to watch or don't want any more Conjuring universe, then don't support the movies that are coming out. Because if they don't make money, then they won't make more of these crappy Annabelle makes tea type of movies.
All right, yeah. Be careful what you wish for, I guess.
No. The next Annabelle movie is going to have the craziest name. It's going to be like Annabelle Celebrates Christmas.
All right. I think that might be a fun way to end it. What's the name of the next Annabelle movie? That could be pretty funny. Like. So, what's your legitimate like thing, Ryan? Like, what do you think the next one's gonna be based on?
I'm gonna go with Annabelle makes an OnlyFans.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right.
There's already proof of it on Twitter.
You know what? I'll take your word for it.
Yep, that's it. I think Ryan's onto something.
Okay. I was gonna say, Annabelle, just give us your fucking money. There is no movie.
Because, man.
It's gonna be the curse of La Annabelle.
La Annabelle.
So they could appropriate it more.
Sell out Reloaded.
I think it's gonna be like Annabelle's Baby.
Oh my god. Please. And then it's gonna be Annabelle and Chucky just having a child.
Oh my god.
And that's how they connect the Chucky universe that they've been creating.
Oh man. Yep.
Where does the boy fit into the doll universe here? Brahms.
Oh, that's true. Where does
Brahms
fit in? I think
that
Brahms is like the estranged cousin in this.
Oh god.
Yeah, Brahms is the estranged cousin, and Robert is like the weird uncle. Why are there so many haunted doll movies? That's how we're gonna end this. Why is there so many haunted doll movies?
Who knows?
Please stop.
Well, you guys know my feelings about dolls and everything.
You love them.
Shakes me to my core. No. Listen, Ryan. I know you're trying to be festive and everything, but the Santa on the piano really disturbed me the whole video. I didn't know how to talk about it, but no. That's fine. That's fine. No, when it's too realistic.
Just like hide away as I put him closer to the screen. All right. On that note, thank you. Oh my
less good. Definitely less good. All right. Video mute.
Okay, that's enough torture.
Oh my God. On that note, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of us shitting again on the Conjuring universe. This is the second time
in a different style.
Yeah.
You know, I really hope if something happens to this video, I'm not redoing it for a third time. I'm not talking about the Conjuring universe again.
We can't do this again.
The Conjuring universe can suck my left nut. Like, I'm not doing it again.
Wow.
Bro,
powerful.
Wow.
I'm tired. This made me tired, and I drank a whole thing of Coke, and this made me tired.
Yeah. Oh, like, Rockstar! You're having a fucking energy drink.
Well, I knew I was gonna need it to talk about this. I think that's what made me get flippant about a Dream Warrior. So sorry about that.
That's where all the energy came from. The Rockstar was like, "We're coming out for a Dream Warrior."
We're coming out. You said it. Let's go.
Oh my God.
I said it. All right.
Well, thank you again
to
everyone for watching. Thank you to Bill and Nick. You know, love talking about movies with you guys. Even if it is the crappier ones, you know, we still have fun with it.
A lot of bad movies out there.
Yeah. Luckily, next week though, we'll have a mix of good with bad. We're gonna be talking. Well, we're gonna have 2 podcasts next week. We're gonna have the holiday horror movie. Kind of discussing different fun holiday movies that are horror, and we're gonna have a little game with it. So you guys better be ready for it. I'm not gonna tell you. There's gonna be a little bit of a game, so I'm gonna need you guys to have like a piece of paper or something ready, or you guys can't cheat, or you have to text me so I know that you're not changing your answers.
Oh, okay. I might have. Yeah, I'll text you.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
So
there's a game associated with it.
Oh, there is. I have a very fun game associated with it, and it's going to be very hard. So I'm very interested to see how.
It's like a jigsaw kind of play my game, or is this like a?
This is going to be. I'm not actually a killer jigsaw type of game.
But we'll still suffer.
Yeah, there will be suffering. You know. There'll be suffering. Good. I'm not a killer though, although there's literally a trap that's about to murder you if you answer one question wrong. But I'm not a murderer.
Shit. I'm glad you took the time. Damn. I mean, coming over to my house and installing traps isn't that hard, but going to Nick's place, travel so much.
Yikes.
All I'm gonna say is be careful, Nick. There may be a trap already set up somewhere.
It's the freaking doll.
Yeah.
Oh no! My worst nightmare.
It's alive. But yeah, so holiday next week, as well as the Christmas special, where we've sent each other movies. We have no idea, except for Nick, who cheated. But he knows one of them.
Cheater.
I messed up.
We won't spoil what it is, but
yeah.
And I'm gonna make Nick act out. You know. Like
pretend I didn't know.
You're gonna pretend. You're gonna wrap it up. You're gonna be like the kid where he's like, "It's an avocado."
Oh boy, knocked up the movie. Oh, thanks, man. You should have.
Oh man. Wow.
Okay.
It's so funny. We hit the timer. Like we were on the Conjuring 2, like just finishing up when the timer was finished at 40.
Really?
And no, we went an extra like 30 minutes. Just talking about Dream Warriors and all of that. I absolutely know we did.
Oh boy. Yep.
Are we officially? Are we like officially done? Like
No.
oh no!
Okay, everyone, we're gonna end it right.
Dream
Have a
Warriors!
good night. Have a good night, everybody.
Okay, everyone.
So
Remember, don't talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers.
That's what we're gonna edit. Yeah. Bye.
Holy shit! I'm so sorry.